You're making the same amount of money that you do at your job, you're just making it 4 times faster. Your monthly income turns into your weekly income. You don't have to have a lot of time. This is exactly where I say you don't have to work endless hours. For example, I'm having a success visit the one who worked while no one else watched. In this video, I'm going to be explaining and sharing the story of the 5 micro habits that I did after work to help me make money online and how you can utilize them too. Now, I have made money doing these things. These are principles. I'm going to share my results somewhere on the screen, and let's get straight into the video. Now, before we get into it, I just want to let you know that you don't have to work endless hours. The whole point of these principles are not to have you work more so you can earn more. It's to put in the work, and the work will continuously pay you even when you stop working. This is not another 9 to 5. This is not another job. This is you investing time now to have a greater return very, very soon if you're willing to put in the work. I got my notes right here, and micro habit number 1 is those who value time build what others only dream about. You need to value your time more than money. Bottom line. I cannot tell you how much this changed my life because we're raised in middle class and lower class. You're taught, well, time is money, time is money. Time is not money. You have been trading your time for money, but that doesn't mean time is money. Time is money to people who work for it. But I'm showing you the micro habits that are going to allow you to remove time and increase money. This means work less, get paid more, but not in a lazy way. You got to put in the work. Now, I learned this lesson and I adapted this micro habit when one of my friends from a mentorship, an online fitness coach, his name was Carl. I remember when we first met, we were a part of the mentorship, and one of my mentors was like, hey, whoever reaches 6K a month, I think we were both at like $2,000 a month in our online businesses. And my mentor was like, hey, whoever reads 6K a month, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a virtual assistant, which means that we were basically going to have someone added to our team to help us close sales when we were posting on social media because we were selling a fitness program at the time. And me and Carl were going at it. We were like, yo, I'm going to win, I'm going to win, I'm going to win. And I think we went at it for like 4 weeks. And at the end of the month, I was shy maybe a couple $100, and he won. And when he won, he got a virtual assistant added to his team. But more importantly, I wasn't tripping because it was a fun competition. But I asked him, what is on your calendar? What are you focusing on that's helping you earn more money? Because I don't see you working as hard as me. I mean, we used to stay up all the time on Zoom, working on our businesses, talking. But I'm like, bro, I'm getting like 4 hours of sleep doing this business full time, like more than full time. But how are you making more money than me? He showed his calendar, and it was literally, I promise y'all, you wouldn't have expected it. It was just a block of time, probably like 3 hours where he was working on his business. I'm like, bro, I have back to back tasks on my calendar, and I'm not even able to get half of it done. How are you making more and you have a small little block? I later learned that it's intention. You have to value your time. It's not about how much you can get done. It's about how productive you are with the time you're given. And if you give yourself a long time to get something done, it's going to take a longer time. Yeah, you thought I was about to say it's about to take a long time, right? No, if you give yourself a long time to get something done, it's going to take longer. Why? Because you are already comfortable with trading your time for money. You are comfortable with, well, you know what? It's Friday. I'm going to take it chill. I'm not going to really trip off of work. I can't wait for the weekend. And you still get paid the same amount when you arrive with that attitude. But when you arrive with intention in an online business, you start to earn more because you focus on the things that matter the most. Now, that moment alone flipped my whole perspective of how being intentional with time worked. But what I learned next, that completely changed how I spent my evenings after work. And you can actually do this tonight in under 5 minutes. But before I tell you that, let me know in the comments section right now, what is your biggest struggle when it comes to making money online? Let me know your biggest struggle when it comes to making money online, and I promise I will reply to every single one of you all, giving you a solution, a principle, something that you can adjust, because I've been there before, and I want to know what you're struggling with, and I will personally, I promise you, I'll personally reply to you in every single comment. When it comes to how I spent my time when it came to my evenings getting off of work, I had to realize what's easy to reach becomes your routine. I read a book on this years ago. I actually read it like 3 times, Atomic Habits. Long story short, I like to play PlayStation 5. I ain't gonna lie. Warzone, Call of Duty, I'm all for it. Here's the problem. If you do that after work, how are you supposed to make money online? And I'm not a gamer, and I'm not here to shame gamers. I'm here to tell you, PS5 won't making me no money. It wasn't. I had to realize that these systems that these companies make, oh, my PS5, all I have to do is click a button and my TV turns on and it's already connected to the internet. The games are already automatically updated. It's all trash. It's all built for you to easily have access to so you can stay stuck in this paradox, this world of distraction. Some of you might like watching sports. No shame to you. Watch your sports, but make your money. And I don't mean make money by trading your time for it. Make money without time being a part of the equation. All right? When I learned that Netflix, your smart TV, your PS5, even your phone, everything is so accessible now that it's easy for you to let time just slip away. So what did I end up doing? My PlayStation 5. I would unplug it. Before I unplugged it, I would disconnect it from the router. And I mean, forget the password, meaning when I had to plug it back up again, I had to, oh man, what's the Wi-Fi password? You know what I'm saying? It's just not a click of a button and I'm just connected to the online space and I get to hop on the game. No, I'm disconnecting it from the internet, okay? Forgetting the password, unplugging the cord. I'm putting the controller in the corner of my room. I'm putting the PS5 somewhere in another closet in another room. You know, I'm almost losing all the pieces on purpose. So when I really have that desire of playing, man, I had a hard day at work. What's a hard day at work? You spent 8 hours and you let your emotions get the best of you. So now you're not about to work on your future with making money online without trading your time for it. Don't you want to get out of the rat race? Don't you want to get out of that cycle? Then you have to make some changes. If you're on your phone, here's some things that I would do. All right, because I ended up buying 2 phones, but that's when I had an online business and I was like, this phone is only for business. This phone I can use for distractions, but as long as I'm on that business phone, I'm not doing it. If you don't want to buy a whole new phone, which is it's kind of outrageous, but at the same time, like it makes sense because the way you treat another device or another thing really matters as well. It's almost like stepping in someone's home. You know, you're not just going to like drag your feet across the carpet because you know you're in a different environment. It's the same thing. But in order to change your habits on your phone, if you're addicted to your phone and you let time slip away, you scroll on social media, you lay in the bed. I've been there before. You sit on the toilet. Let's be real. And you scroll. Here's the thing. I don't bring the phone in the bathroom. The only time I bring it in the bathroom is lay it on the counter when I'm washing my hands or brushing my hair or washing my face. I don't sit down and use my phone. If I use my phone to get distracted, I stand up. That way I can get kind of annoyed with, man, I just want to sit down. Oh, that's right. I can't do that. I can't sit down and use my phone anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or the iPhone has a setting up here somewhere and it's like you can set a time limit on how long you can spend each app on per day. So now if I spend 30 minutes per day on Instagram, then it's going to block me and I have to like enter in a password or something. Now, of course, you can break past that barrier because you're the owner of your phone, but I'm here to give you context off of what I was doing. If you decide to exploit it and be like, I'ma still do it even after I set up the barriers, that's on you. I'm talking to people who are serious about making money online, who are tired of the 9-to-5 grind, who want to leverage their energy, their passion, their knowledge, their experience in life to earn money online. You're going to have to change up some things after work. But what really helped me make money online wasn't just the space I was in, wasn't just the things that I took apart so I didn't become addicted to them. It was something that I switched in my strategy. And once I figured this out, my results started compounding, and I mean compounding fast. The third micro habit is working hard means nothing if you're using the wrong tool. Let me explain. Imagine being in a race and your life depended on it. You and I in a race, one-on-one. Now, I know I work out, but I don't run. So you might win. You might have the best shoes. You might have the best gear. You might be having experience in track. But you know what? We said a race and your life depended on it. I never said you had to have the best shoes. I never said you had to have the best workout clothes. I never said you had to have track experience. You can have all the track experience you want. But if I use a bicycle or a car, I'm going to win. You know why? Because we never look at the vehicle that gets us to where we want to be. What if you could make the same amount of money at your job that you're making now, but you make it faster? If you make $50,000 a year, whatever that equation is, let's say 60,000, which is $5,000 a month. Let's say you make $5,000 a month at your job. How can you make $5,000 in a week? You're making the same amount of money that you do at your job. You're just making it 4 times faster. Your monthly income turns into your weekly income. But the whole point is using a vehicle to get you there faster. A lot of us get confused and we don't feel like, oh, after work, well, I don't have time to work on my... No, if you're in the right vehicle, you don't have to have a lot of time. This is exactly where I say you don't have to work endless hours. For example, I'm having a vlogging camera in my car, okay, that I use to drive to work, and I capture a moment of time right here on this video that's going to be replayed forever because it's online. Now tell me, one of my most viewed videos on YouTube was 9 minutes, and you all have watched, I don't know, I think like 80 to 70 hours of it. It shows on my YouTube analytics. That means I'm in a good vehicle because it only took me 9 minutes. But statistically online, I had so many viewers rewatch it that it basically worked a full-time 2-week paycheck's worth of hours for me. Now, once I put the work and the effort in the right vehicle, it really started to scare me because that's when money started to come more frequently. And I mean in big chunks. There was mornings and nights where I would wake up and I'd wake up to $1,000 or $500. And I was so amazed because even when I had been making money online, I had never made that type of money online. But most people overlook this when money comes in, whether when they start a business or whether you're at your 9 to 5. Hear me out, because this is what makes you stay stuck. Micro habit number 4 is it's not about how much you make, it's about what you do with what you make. You think that people who make money online just go ahead and ball out and buy these sports cars in a nice luxurious apartment and whatnot. And I'm not here to blame you. I thought the same thing too. Sometimes I would watch people who claim they make money online and I'm like, well, where's the Lamborghini at? Where's the Tesla at? Or why do you have an older iPhone? Because people who earn money and keep money coming in consistently and build wealth, they don't look at money the same way you do. Let me show you what that means. When I first started being an online coach, I learned that I needed to have 5 separate bank accounts. And I thought to myself, that sounds ridiculous because I only have 2 streams of income, my 9 to 5 at the time and my online fitness coaching business. But what I realized was it wasn't for just the 9 to 5 in the online business. This was for, one account was for my expenses, which was called operating. The second account was for investments, which was to invest into audiobooks, other programs and mentorships, or even buying equipment like this camera. The third thing was for taxes. The third account was for taxes. The third account was for taxes. The fourth account was for savings. And the fifth account was for paying to myself, which was taxable income. And I'm not even going to get deep into that topic. I just want to let you know that every time money came through, I had 5 ways to split it, and each account had its own percentage. If I made $10, it's getting split up 5 ways. If I made $100, let's say I put 20% into my savings, then I put 20% into my investments, I put 20% into my taxes, I put 20% into my pay to self, and I put 20% into paying bills. That's how the wealthy look at building wealth. When you make money faster online, you don't want to blow through it. Believe me, I've lost an apartment because I'm not going to say I lost an apartment. I had to learn my lesson with letting go of an apartment because I didn't manage my money correctly. And that's okay because now I'm on here sharing you guys what I'm doing, but also what you need to do even before you start making money online. You need to do this with your income now. And a lot of the times you might look at yourself and be like, well, I can't split any more money. That means you have too much expenses. People who stay poor work for money and use their money that they use their time for to buy things that don't make them more money. That is one of the biggest mistakes that I have made even when I was in the online business. You actually might have to replay that part because I dropped some gems and I'm not about to repeat it, but it's on here forever. You wouldn't believe this, but even with the money coming in and me splitting it in 5 different ways, I still had a major problem. And it's the thing that kills most people's success when they're so close, like literally this close to actually seeing what they want as a goal. The 5th micro habit is the reps don't start until you feel the burn. I'm gonna hit y'all with the workout concept that I used to teach my students. How many times have you gone in the gym, you've done push-ups, you've done pull-ups, you've done arm curls, you've done squats, whatever your favorite exercise is, and you start counting 1, 2, 3, 4. I used to tell my students all the time, don't start counting until you feel stress from those muscles. Why? Muscles grow under tension. If you pick up your phone and you curl your phone like it's a dumbbell, it ain't gonna feel like nothing because you've been picking up your phone. You've been picking up your phone. Your muscles are so used to that. You know what I'm saying? So what helps you stay ahead, what helps you continue seeing progress, you have to make sure you put in the work, but you need to put in the work that gets you a little bit uncomfortable. This is the importance of you doing work after work. A lot of the times we're programmed to think when I get off and I clock off, I'm off. No, you're not. Your job, your 9 to 5 is your client. Your 9 to 5, if your 9 to 5 is paying you $5,000 a month, they're paying you $60,000 a year. You have a client that's willing to pay you $60,000 a year, but you know you want to make more. You know the way the economy is going, you need to make more. How do you do that? You have to recognize that the job you work isn't the only job that can make you money. And it doesn't have to be you trading another 8 hours for it. So consider your 9 to 5 the normal work you do, but the work you do after your 9 to 5 are the reps that actually count. You have to remind yourself of this, because if you don't, you will always look at your 9 to 5 as the vehicle to get you to build wealth, and it can, but if you want to make money faster, a vehicle, remember that foot race. You use the best shoes, but I'm gonna use a sports car. Who you think gonna get there faster? And I'm not even saying to compare yourself to me. I'm explaining that if you want to build wealth faster and you want to make $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 extra a year without you having to trade your time for it, you need to be able to be in a vehicle that can make you that without you spending more time in it. I've been in this car for about 35 minutes. I've recorded 2 videos. These videos are gonna be up forever. These videos are always going to be able to get traction for the people who want to make money online. And it's only going to take me 35 minutes of my life. How many hours have you put towards your 9 to 5 and only got paid for the time that you put in? And mind you, this 9 to 5 that you're working, they continue to make profits when you're off. Don't think that they're only making money when you're at work. The work you do lasts there at work as well. Like you might create something, you might work at a warehouse, or you might work at a company, or maybe you work at some type of firm. They still profit multiple times off of your work that you've done, and they pay you and they say, okay, come back again and work for 2 weeks and we're gonna pay you for that 2 weeks. But they'll still profit from you 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, months down the line. So you deserve to have some of that as well in your life. Work that continuously pays you. So now you know the 5 micro habits that I use to help me make money online. You need to make sure now that you don't become one of these people who become stuck and struggle really, really bad and really hard about building an audience online once you start to make content, something that's going to work for you without you trading your time for it. So watch this video up next that's popping up in your screen, and I'll see you in that next video.